Hello, everyone. Today is August 9th, 2020. We're already in August here. Um, yeah, this is Par for the Discourse. I'm Nicole coming to you from Madrid, and this is Erica coming to you live from Brooklyn. So, how's it going? We're recording a little bit earlier than we usually do. It's about 10 a.m. your time, 4 p.m. my time. Looking at that garden. If anyone was listening last week, we were talking about the garden and the planting and the oasis, we're calling it.
The Oasis.
So give us the scoop on that. What's happening there?
That's tomatoes. It's my weed plant. And here I'm stacking up the pallets.
That looks great. Oh my God. How many more have you gotten since last week?
He's rationing me. I get 3 a week.
That's good. You don't
I
think?
don't know why, but that became his rule that I could take 3 a week. So
It looks bad otherwise. Is that the problem, or?
I'm not. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he said 3, and you come back next week.
All right.
3
Okay
got 3 more. So I'm gonna try to build a little patio, not patio, like little seating thing in the corner. And then I have been spending this week. I went to IKEA and I got some plants. And then I've been obsessively watching this woman. Her name is Amanda Plantarina. It's this.
Like the YouTube channel, or what is this?
Well, I think it's like turned it into many platforms, but I've been watching her on YouTube, and she's like a plant nut, but she also has like style, like she does like interior design too. So there's like those two, So I've been kind of thinking about 2009 when I started Stella Bella. Actually, this was a reminisce I was having about you and I. If
Oh God.
Nicole and I have known each other for a long time. We have many different lives that we've lived over the years. And in 2009, I had this job, this office job, and I had met Ronnie, and he encouraged me to start a blog. I did a travel blog when I went to visit you with my photos.
Yeah.
And then I started another blog called Stella Bella, which was this word that my Spanish teacher in college called me because I almost failed her class because I would answer everything in Italian because I took Italian in high school. And so she would call me Stella Bella, and she always called me that. And it just, when you had to like create your little names and like handles and stuff, for some reason, I just called myself Stella Bella. So what, because Nicole and I were remote friends talking on G-Chat while she was in Spain, I talked to you during my office hours more than anyone else.
Yep.
And
it actually worked out very well because the time difference was good then, because you would be getting into the office like the 9-ish time, 10-ish, and I'd be like after lunch, 3-4 o'clock here, just sitting around and typing to you. Yeah, we talked a lot on GChat. That's funny you said that.
Yeah, my coworkers would try to build relationships with me, and I was like, leave me alone. I'm talking to my friend in Spain. I was antisocial because I was talking to you all the time. No, I made great relationships during that job. I had some really awesome coworkers. But so I started this Stella Bella. I'm going to speed this up here. My sister joined in and started doing a food section.
Your sister's chef, let's make sure we say, chef by trade.
My sister Rachel went to the Culinary Institute of America. She is a pastry chef. And so she was moving, and I said, hey, do you want to share some of your recipes or art? So she started doing a food section, and then I was doing these like kind of DIY things that I do in the house to like save space, or little projects I do, and I would do little posts about it. But I was also having fun taking pictures and putting little stories together and getting back into my photography. So then Violetta was born, and you were a first-time mom living outside of your native country, which is a unique experience. And you started writing your own column. What did we call it? It was
I remember
Mondays.
it was MMM. It was MMM Mondays. Monday,
Mom,
something like Mom Mondays in Madrid or something like that. I feel like
something
those
like
were
that.
the three, but it was MMM. It was called.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't thought of that in years. Wow.
I've been thinking about it this week, and because I've been doing so many little projects around the house. Like, I don't know if you can see right down here, there's a bunch of coffee cans that I spray painted black last night
Mm-hmm.
because I started watching this Planarina, and she was talking about other, like, making things to put your plants in, and things that you have around the house. And I repurposed a box and
Oh,
put a
nice.
plant in it, and I'm trying to get I've bought some cool house plants too, that I'm
Yes.
having fun with. And I propagated some jade also. So I was thinking about Stella Bella, and how that kind of morphed into uh, um, taking my camera on the street, and photography, street art, and getting to know those artists. And now I'm kind of going back and thinking about all this interior and like space um planning that I like doing, and thinking with the women that I've been working with and talking with, maybe we form some like super group of artist women, and start flipping houses or something. I don't know.
Sharing
Or
botany seeds,
designing houses and painting murals inside, and I don't know. I'm
all while sharing the secrets of horticulture. Like,
what I was what's the difference between horticulture and agriculture? I know that's an
I
easy
think
Google.
agriculture might have more to do with farming and produce, maybe. Like,
So then what's horticulture is just plant? No,
I
because
think
that's
it's just the study and art of growth and in botany.
okay.
In botany, I don't know. I don't like
Right.
agriculture. I feel has more of like a farming aspect to it, where there's going to be a produce at the end.
That's what I said, and Ronnie said horticulture was farming too, but I don't know.
It is.
Like I said, it's an easy Google search. We can find out.
And
Oh, so I
botany?
went.
What's botany then?
That's just plants. That's just the
Okay.
study of. So I also went. Oh, I wanted to tell you a very funny story about Roxanne a while ago. I'm flipping to the IKEA. I had a very
All right.
fun day at IKEA. I bought some plants, but she came with me, and I we had a fun day. But I was gonna say I had these sandals on, and she said, what's going on there with your toes?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "You got two red stripes going across your big toe. What kind of statement are you trying to make?" She thought I was making some like statement with my toes, and I was like, "I haven't had a pedicure in so long, and that's all that's left."
Oh God. I thought you were gonna say something about a hammer toe or like a bunion or some gross thing.
No,
Like,
no, no. I have like a little bit of red polish left. And she thought like it was an intentional stripe, like I was making some political
wow,
statement.
she's got good eyes too.
I was like, no, that's all that's left from the last pedicure I had.
Like, you've never seen this symbol before?
I
It's
was
everywhere.
laughing so hard. So then we're in my favorite section of IKEA is the as is section. I mean, I have a lot of favorite parts. I love IKEA as a whole, but
I do
at
too.
the very end, you got to go through the as is. You got to do it. It's just, you never know what you'll find. So I don't know if you can see it. There's that little, it's not, it's this little red bench. So she saw this little red bench and sat down because she was tired. Like we had just been walking all over, and she
Mm.
sits down. She goes, "Oh, this little bench is really cute, and it's kind of comfortable." And it was like $11. And I was like, "That's it. It's coming with us." and I love it so much.
Oh,
It's
nice. I can't see it.
yeah, it's just like it's a cute little design. But it was as is $11.
That's
So
great. How
took
was the actual store? Was it crowded? Was it like mask weirdness, or did you feel
everyone
weird in there?
everyone had a mask on. I thought IKEA was really well uh prepared and everything. There was a line for returns outside. We
Okay.
thought it was a line to get in. You know how big IKEA is. Like
Yeah.
I was like crazy. It was a line for returns because you know how returns is like a whole section. So they had to wait outside and they were all spaced out, but there were people lined up because the store had certain hours. They don't open as early. It's like 11 o'clock. And it wasn't a lot of people, but there were people in there and everybody had masks on.
You didn't feel like weird then. It was okay. It was like,
Yeah, it's so spaced out. I mean, you know how IKEA is.
yeah.
You know,
It's funny
it
because
was
when
people though
you
for
said
Thursday.
you went Thursday, is that when you went? Because Eduardo went to IKEA. This is weird. Eduardo went to IKEA on Friday without me. He went with his brother for some reason, but his brother wanted to look around or something. So he came back and he like didn't tell me that he went there, but he had this like cool mat for Violetta to draw on so that her desk doesn't get dirty. I'm like, where'd you get that? It's like IKEA. Like didn't want to tell me that he went there because I
Because
want.
you'd be like,
But I was like,
oh,
why would you go to IKEA on a Friday? Like, wouldn't it be crowded on a Friday? And apparently it wasn't, because like I don't want to be around a lot of people, but I think it's okay to go to places like that. I mean, if everyone's doing what they're supposed to and they're spacing.
yeah. I felt like it was a good. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to look at their plants. I bought another Sansevieria. They're
Mm,
pretty big fingery
Hardy.
plant. Yep. And
Here's
yeah,
what I
I felt that was a good place to go. I felt, yeah, that's it. And I got $10 off because it's my birthday month.
Nice. Here's what I wanted to ask you about that, the planting stuff. Have you thought about like what you're gonna do with all these plants come winter?
Well, these are, wait, what do you, because I have ones that are indoor plants.
Some are obviously in the house, right? So that doesn't matter.
The ones that are in the house are going to have to get moved around because we have radiators. So they have to be moved. So I've already kind of thought of like they're going to come into a different part of the house and like winters, like we'll just have to that's what I'm kind of learning on all these videos that I'm watching. Like, you just have to watch them and pay attention. And I feel like, well, what else do I have to do here but pay attention to plants? We're also dog sitting next week, which I'm really excited about.
Same
So,
dog.
not the same dog. A dog. Our friend lives in New Jersey, and we've never sat. I've met the dog before, but we never sat him. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. What kind of dog's that?
A pit bull.
Okay. Let's not get,
She's good.
judgmental.
She's awesome. She's nice. Her name is Gracie. She's good. So we'll have her for 2 weeks. So you actually might see her next week.
I would imagine that anybody, like, I don't have a dog, but I'm imagining that if I did, because it's like constraining when you have a dog, you can't go anywhere. If someone was willing to watch my dog for 2 weeks, I mean, that person would be going straight to heaven in my book. I mean, that's like a really nice favor.
Oh, well, during this time, I really want to do it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a dog we've known and it's a friend of ours. But also, I don't know if I've talked about this on here. I know you know that I am a consistent dog sitter of a friend in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't been traveling because there hasn't been any travel. But I miss dog sitting. Oliver's my favorite buddy. So I've seen him, but we haven't dog sat for her. So I'm excited to to have a dog. Our apartment's really set up well for a dog. And I
Yeah.
just feel like since and this is, I think I've said this on previous podcasts, all of a sudden I feel like we're not talking with anybody listening. But I've been working from home for like maybe 6 months to before the lockdown. So I was without knowing that this was going to happen, I was already kind of temporarily working from home,
Mm-hmm.
with the flexibility to be able to go out and shoot with my camera when I was done working from home. Now I just stay at home all the time.
Yeah. So I guess that makes it easier for people who they know people are around to watch the dogs.
Right.
But
Yeah, we know a lot of artists who travel, so if it helps them, then I'm happy to do it.
do people? You don't have
It's
to
like
say.
being an aunt. You get to give them back after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to say the answer to this, but I mean, when people do this, ask you for this favor, do they like compensate you by like doing something nice for you, or just paying you, or paying you
Oh,
the
both.
supplies? Okay, because that's like a big deal, I think. That's a really good. I mean, it's more than a favor. I mean, you're.
I am thoroughly enjoying it. Also, well, let me say, with Ronnie and I, since Lefty died, my cat, we wanted to get a dog. It's kind of just been so it's kind of a good practice for us to kind of figure out what kind of breed we want.
Yeah, that's true.
We sat a pit bull. A friend of ours has this beautiful pit bull, and she's awesome. But I really learned the difference between like, I didn't grow up with a dog, but you really have to. You did though, right? You always had dogs. No?
Never.
Oh, okay. I didn't grow up with a dog, but you have to treat a pit bull. You have to really command, like, that. You have to let them know who's boss all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't, like, I laid down once on the ground to play with her, and like I really could have gotten hurt because you can't.
Yeah, you can't show vulnerability, right?
Right.
Yeah. My neighbor in Long Island City, when I lived there, there were only two of us. I don't know if you remember my neighbor
Yeah,
Carol.
yep.
He was a great neighbor because he was very protective of
I
the
remember.
whole property for a lot of reasons. And
Yes.
he had a dog there that I swear to God was a pit bull. I thought the dog was gonna kill me one time because I had opened the door and the dog was at the top. And the dog all of a sudden came charging down and he screamed. The dog's name was Primo. He screamed. He's like, Primo! The dog came to a halt. Like, this dog was so well commanded by him. Like, I'm telling you, there was no way this dog was gonna. After I saw that, I was like, I'm not afraid of this dog anymore. He's got total handle on this dog.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't violent at all, but I'm telling you, if this guy said, Primo, kill her, the dog.
Yeah, he would.
I'm not fucking with Primo, I'll tell you that. But Primo, I was glad he lived there because we needed him.
Yeah. I think that's another reason Ronnie would like to have a dog, like a good watchdog, Cats are good for other reasons.
I can't think of too many good reasons for a cat, honestly. But I'm not a cat person. I'm not. Oh, yeah.
When you have the
Yeah. Okay.
masks, that attracts a lot of little
You're right.
field mice.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So
This is a weird thing to say, but I'm actually, how people get scared of pit bulls, for example. I'm more of like, I'm afraid of cats, actually. Like, I wasn't afraid of your cat, but you know what I'm saying? Like, cats give off a vibe that makes me like, I don't like that, like, back going up and the sneakiness and the clawing, and I don't trust them.
Dude, I agree. Cats are a case by case basis. Lefty was a good cat. My mother has a cat that I don't feel comfortable around. I don't like that cat. It'll just pounce and jump on you. Like it will just, you walk by it and it'll hiss. I like when we sleep over at my mom's house, I close the bedroom door because I'm afraid that cat's going to attack me in the middle of the night.
Really?
I don't, and then like I'll go out to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm afraid of the cat. So
Yeah.
I agree with you, but it's a case by case.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
all cats make me feel like that.
They like hide and then they pounce.
I hate that cat. I don't like her at all.
Now, I had a cat growing up. I think you know about this cat. I had a cat. I got the cat when I was 4. Before I even lived in Cornwall, we had this cat. It was named Muffin. The cat had like loads of kittens. We kept one of them. It was like a Maine Coon cat, the baby. The baby was Sylvester. We kept these cats. I don't know what happened to Sylvester. I don't know if we gave him. Oh yeah, we gave him away to my friend Lisa when we moved. I think I told you about it. So I gave her away, and then this cat was an outdoor cat, which I don't know too many of those. But this cat never came in our house. It was outdoors. It was a country cat, and the cat lasted. I'm gonna say 11-ish, 12-ish years, because about the time I was 16, the cat went missing, this outdoor cat. That was around January. Cat went missing. Come May, after the blizzard of 95, we found a hip bone that melted underneath the snow.
Oh.
This cat had 9 lives. This cat had gotten in a raccoon fight, had half a tail, 1 eye. I mean, this cat was like a real trooper.
Do you remember when Lefty went missing and you came over to we went out to dinner and I would put up signs all over the neighborhood?
Yeah, I do.
And then she just showed up. Like we came back to the house and we heard like a noise and she came up from the basement. But I had checked the basement. Like she left and came back.
Yeah, but they do that, cats.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. She was gone for 48 hours and then she came back and I was like,
You put a missing
what happened?
Report. You're like, it's been missing 48 hours. I'll put a missing persons.
And then she like took the only poop in her litter box and it was like all green. Okay, all right. So we're still recording. All right.
The cat ate ribbon too. I remember that.
Oh no, that's the story. That's
I was there for that. I was there for that.
You were?
Yeah.
I remember. Well, it wasn't your fault. I know whose fault it was.
No, I was there when you were taking it to the vet or something. I wasn't there when it happened, but I was getting there when you were like at the vet. I remember that.
Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm having a flashback of like, because the person whose fault it was. You remember how much we were mad at her? Do you know recently, can we talk, because since we're talking about Stella Bella and interior design and how it's like a thing that I love, there's this whole like room raiders, like when all these people are on their Zoom calls, there's this funny like Twitter account that like rates your background.
Oh, seriously? Yeah.
It's funny, like people that are on TV and stuff, like it's called room raiders. It's very funny. But they really hate on colored out libraries. And it pisses me off. It makes me mad because I've had a colored out library for like most of my adult life. I've always organized my books by color and like sections. And then it became kind of like a trendy thing. And now I think, the trend is over. So now it's trendy to say it's stupid. And I'm so mad because I love my colored out library. And the person who we're talking about who almost killed Lefty, she put up something about how she hates colored out libraries. And I was like, why is everyone hating on this? I love my colored out library. And I don't think it's a trendy thing. I love it. So I was annoyed with that this week. It's like become a thing.
Well, it's cool to say you hate something, isn't it? Like after.
Yeah, I'm like, so I love the colored out library and I think people should keep doing it.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll second that.
That's the soapbox I'm standing on this week. I don't know why that keeps going in and out. I guess it's the sun is moving.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, was that a good 20 minutes? I'm going to I'm going to a garage sale.
Now,
That's what it said.
we can only assume that the fact that it was advertised that way, that these people are from, they're New Yorkers, most
Is
likely.
there going to be a garage is the question.
I'm going to say, this is my guess, and you
I'll
will
let you
tell me. I'm going to say no, there is not. That's the term they use, because that's the term I would use. I would only say stoop sale
if you had a stoop.
if I had a stoop.
Well, I will report back next week. Ronnie thinks this is going to be a really good one. And also the fact that they listed comic books in the list of what's
Oh
going to be.
yeah. So what gave this?
We ought to go.
What's the impression that it's going to be good? That the items or
The list of the items.
location?
Also, I think location, because it's way up, like tucked away. I think it might even be a house. So I think it might be a garage. We'll see. I will report back on it.
East. It's in the city, or where is it? It's not in Brooklyn.
No, it's in Bay Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Like way up on like 97th.
Wow. Okay.
I'm on 75th, so we're about to take a walk.
It could be a house then, actually.
Right.
Okay then. Well, let's see what's there.
All right. See you next week.
Okay.
All right.
Have fun. Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
We're still recording.
I hit end.